Hey ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's Paydur here. And today we got a little bit of a different video. So last night I got home right before bed and I wanted to play some Smash, play some For Glories, and then I saw that an update happened and we got tournament mode. Finally, like I've been wanting this for quite a long time now. I mean, we've known about this for a while, I want to say, and but we didn't know it was coming Friday. At least I didn't. When I checked online on places, they said that they knew Japan was getting it, but there was no official, like, North American release date. So this was really surprising, I'm not gonna lie. So I decided to hop right in. So this is kind of how it works. It's gonna be kind of a video. I mean, I'm obviously playing in one of these, but this is post-commentary. I'm doing this the next day. I want to kind of explain to you guys what my experience was like, what this thing's all about. So here's the thing. There's like this whole tournament like menu option that you could go in. And inside you can choose all these different tournaments. So the regular tournaments are ones that Nintendo hosts, and they have like, I mean, there's like, I want to say almost like 30 going on at any given time. There's like every 5 minutes or so there's a new one. And you know, they range from all types of like rules. So you've got like your items, you got your For Funs, you got your For Glories, all that stuff. This one, I actually, when I saw 1 vs 1, I was like, oh my god, this is it. And like, you kind of have to join these really fast because they fill up. So I saw this, I was like, ooh, let's get right into this. But I didn't even notice it was actually for fun. So we got items and stages on this one, which is kind of bummer, but it's fine. It'll work anyway. So here I'm fighting Lucas, and I totally destroy him here because he picks up the hammer. So that kind of came in handy. Anyway, so yeah, there's tons of these tournaments that you can kind of choose from. And so you kind of do have to wait a while, I'm not going to lie. Like, when I played this video, it only showed that I had to wait 30 seconds, but I was actually waiting like 15 minutes to get this going. Because these rooms fill up much faster than, you know, they fill up really fast, so you have to get in there as soon as possible if you want to participate. Alright, so you guys saw the brackets earlier on. This is one of the bigger tournaments, so there's tournaments of 16 people, 32, and I believe 64 is the highest. So this is 64, so this one's a little bit of a bigger one. I want to check this out. And with this, charge up, boom. That tornado thing. I don't even know what game that's from. So there we go. We took the first game in our For Fun. Not too bad. You can't actually record your saves. Like, you can't save replays here, which is kind of bogus. I don't know why they did that. But it is what it is. Alright, so we move it on. We just finished beating this Lucas. So here's the thing. You kind of, when you finish a game, you kind of see everybody going. And I want to say when like they're actually like fighting each other in the game, like you see like the little character heads bump. I don't know. That's just my theory there. Alright, so we're going to skip that because that actually took like a whole entire minute. Alright, we're into the next one. Luckily this stage was Battlefield, so it wasn't too crazy, but unfortunately it's a Toon Link, and we all know how Toon Links are. So this one's no different. He's a little bit, you know, whipping out smash attacks and projectiles and stuff. So we're gonna see what we can do. All right, there's one thing that we got to notice here though, and that's probably my my biggest complaint of tournament mode, and it'll probably actually keep me from playing a lot. So not only do you have to kind of wait a while for things to really get started, and then like you have to wait in between matches and stuff. If you notice on the top right, you have the timer, and matches here are only 3 minutes, not the typical 5. So basically, that's not a lot of time at all. I mean, if you're frequently playing For Glory, you notice that almost all matches go beyond the 3-minute mark. I mean, that's just how it is. Most matches usually end around that final 5th minute. So this actually leads to a lot of matches not being done, at least from my experience, because I played a few more tournaments, I think before or after this, I don't really remember. And most of them we weren't actually able to finish in those 3 minutes, which is kind of bogus because there's no sudden death. So what it does is, Nintendo quotes that it'll help out, like the winner will go to the most active player, which they basically mean to as whoever has the most % loses. So I actually had a match with a Luigi, and I'm going to remember, I have the save file, I might add it onto this video, we'll see. I had a match with Luigi where we were both down to our final stock. He was at 16% and I was at 15%. And the timer went off, and then he got the win because he was 1% less than I was. So, and that kind of happened frequently. So, okay, hold on, wait, hold up. So I got the Smash Ball here, and I'm down to stock. So I'm like, okay, well I need to take this guy out now, and then I'm gonna have to use my final smash as his next stock if I want to have a chance of winning because we only got a minute left. So I get an up kill, or up aerial. So he picks up a bomb. I'm like, nope, can't touch me. And then he tries rolling because he's so scared. He's gonna be rolling over the stage. I'm just trying to get hit on him. Boom, catch him in the corner. Now, Ike's final smash is cool because it brings him up to the middle of the stage. So by actually hitting that top platform, he was able to die. And I hit him with the taunt because he hit us earlier. So there we go. So we got our first 2 wins. Not too bad. But anyway, as I was saying, so a lot of these matches actually get settled because of that. And like, I noticed that I had a few matches where the last 30 seconds, if I was losing and I was slightly behind, the opponent would just completely run. Like, they would completely try to avoid me the whole entire time. Which is total bogus, man. Like, you can't... it just takes away the fun completely. Like, it was, I don't know what to say, man. It was just stupid. I didn't expect that. I don't know why they didn't add a sudden death mode. Or at least maybe slightly add more time. Like, I get why they added a little time. Because they don't want people who, like, win their matches in, like, the first 30 seconds to be waiting for, like, 4 minutes. And that's fine, whatever. But, I don't know, it didn't really work. I don't know how they're going to deal with that in the future. Anyway, so here we are against the Mewtwo, and you might have noticed why he started with the Mr. Saturn. I actually forgot to mention, this is actually also customs. So customs are allowed in some of these tournaments, which is cool, because they finally get some recognition here. Now I might actually sometimes start playing with customs a little bit more, at least start experimenting with them. What's also cool is that you can actually play as a Mii fighter, which if they're going to allow this here, why wouldn't they allow it at For Glory? So maybe they'll allow it in the future. We'll see. But yeah, you can play with your Mii fighters, which is awesome. So I saw a few of those. So customs Mii fighters and every character is useful. So you got a wide variety of game types and players here. Alright, so we're up against this Mewtwo on this Sonic stage, which is kind of annoying because it's like really tilted and like slanted, so it's kind of hard to do stuff here. Alright, so this Mewtwo he's not a crazy player. He's kind of relying on items a lot. He gets killed by a bomb there. I don't know. I think he picks it up and throws it on the ground by accident there. So here we go. I'm just kind of trying to, I don't know, find some items, do something nice. Like, when I noticed this was for fun, because I noticed, like, right on the first game, I wasn't paying attention earlier, I kind of already had, like, less of an incentive to win. Like, I don't know, I just kind of like, okay, I'm probably going to die by items soon. So I wasn't playing, like, my absolute hardest because of that. So I was just kind of getting a feel for things and stuff. Alright, so he's trying to really get the last kill. And I'm not being like that let's run away kind of guy. I'm actually kind of fighting, giving him a solid match. Kind of runs into me there. It's this trophy up there I want, but I can't pick it up but he actually doesn't pick it up here. He doesn't go for it afterwards. He decides to go for the taunt, which is fine. So he turns me small here. I take out the star thing, which I have no idea what it does. And he's really scared of it though, apparently. So here we go. I see a Master Ball. I'm like, ooh, let's play this. It comes out with Genesect, so we got some legendary Pokemon on the field. And then Genesect comes in with his whatever move that is and totally knocks out Mewtwo. So there we go. First 3 matches. We got the wins. Not too bad. Alright, so we are down to the last couple matches here. Checking out our brackets. This is the quarterfinals that we get into, and we get into Mario. Now, thinking about this now, this man probably picked Mario because of the cape, which makes total sense why you would do that in an item-based tournament. And here I am with Ike, which I don't, he's not very agile. He kind of moves slow. So when it comes to games like this, I felt like I was at a disadvantage. And this Mario Kart stage, which adds another layer of thinking. Having to avoid all those things. So here we go. This Mario, he wasn't bad. I don't know how we would fare in a one-on-one for Glory style, but alright, so he goes over there. I thought he was actually gonna die there. I saw he got really close to the edge. The carts were coming, and that thing blew up. I was like, okay, well, there's a free stock for me. But yeah, so he's very agile, which he sees kind of like jumping all over the place, and then would come in, get a few hits in. Gotta watch all these stupid cars. And he goes into them again, and I totally missed that smash attack. That could have done damage. That could have done damage. So he's got that screw attack thing, and he sends a Pokeball. Luckily, it's only this thing, which I think only like reflects projectiles when you're in it, or something like that. I'm not really too positive. Anyway, so there goes my first stock. He gets the... Was he Toby there? I wasn't even paying attention. But it was close to the edge, which is kind of stupid with these 4 glory stages. You can kind of like back throw somebody and they would totally die really early. But it is what it is. He tries to get me here, and he's actually really close to doing so. I'm like fighting. He tries to get me right there, which is actually kind of funny. But no, I get away with that. See the sunlight thing, throw it at him, but he reflects it because I totally forget that he's got cape. And I got the shell here. I'm like, yes, use the shell. But he also reflects that. I should have waited with that. I should have been more patient. So you see a smash ball. I'm like, this could be a comeback. This could be it. And I'm like fighting for it. But Ike is so damn slow. And I used the up B here. I don't know why I didn't hit it. I'm actually really surprised. Anyway, he gets me here. Used crap through the corner. Couldn't get out. And gets the game. So unfortunately, we're done here. So what happens when you lose is you could watch the rest of the tournaments. You could watch like the replays and stuff, but you're able to freely leave at any point that you wish, which is kind of cool. I appreciate that, so I don't have to be like stuck and doing any more waiting. So there's that. Unfortunately, we're out of this tournament. All right, so let's kind of go over the my final impressions here about what I kind of think about tournament mode. So let's talk about the good and bad. We'll kind of start with the bad first. So one of the like main bad reasons that I kind of found was that there's just overall there's just a lot of wait time. So I mentioned earlier, if you want to get into a tournament, especially the like the one-on-one for glories, pretty much any one-on-one tournament, you're probably gonna have to be there like a solid 20-25 minutes beforehand. Those things fill up so fast, and the thing is that there's nothing really to do once you're waiting. You kind of just got a sandbag there that you're kind of hitting around. So you have to wait a while for that, and then like in between matches, if you finish early, you're gonna have to be waiting for other players to get in there, which makes sense. There had to be some waiting, but I just felt like I felt like this was a lot more than I thought. All right, the next biggie boo is that there's just short match times. So instead of the usual 5 minutes, we have the 3 minutes, which we all know that is just not enough really for 2 stock for glory. And that results in a lot of matches being settled, like where the game chooses who's the winner. And the way the game does that is by whoever has the least amount of percent, that's who wins. But, like I said, I had a few games where I was down a little bit, and then the opponent would actually run away from me in the last 30 seconds to get the win, which is kind of, a little sad. It's not a whole lot of fun for, for anybody, I think, because that it's not a good way to settle the game. I wonder if they're going to keep that or if they're going to update that in the future. So yeah, those are pretty much the main negatives. I guess another one would be, this wasn't huge, but I guess maybe a little bit more incentive to play tournament. Like, I wish they kind of had like a leaderboard or like some sort of ranking system. And now they actually might. Maybe they just haven't, dug deep enough into it. So if they do, definitely let me know. But as far as I'm concerned, I didn't really see any types of leaderboards in the regular base tourneys. All right, so moving on to the good, because there's some good aspects to it. Definitely the first one. If you are like an everyday, I don't know if everyday, but like if you're a really competitive Smash player, then you can definitely benefit from this, especially if you go to tournaments a lot, because it has a similar structure, And if you haven't been to tournaments, I think this is a good way to kind of get into sort of that mindset. So, like for example, the first game you play, it's much more stressful, or no, much less stressful than like the third game in the bracket you play. You know what I mean? So it kind of works good. It's a nice way to actually like boost that mental game. I think it's really cool in that sense. So the experience factor is definitely a big one. But as far as that goes, that's about the only really benefit I saw from tournament play, and the only real reason I'd probably want to, go into it. I guess maybe, if you want to like prove yourself, and this could be a good confidence boost, perhaps. A nice little challenge if you're into that kind of thing. Whatever. So there it is. Those are kind of my good, bad impressions on what I think of tournament mode. Before I leave, though, really quickly, there's also these community tournaments that you could kind of partake in, like These are like the official Nintendo ones, and then there's other ones that like users can make. And if you ever played Mario Kart, you know, their tournaments, their communities, it's pretty much the exact same thing. You kind of make a game type, you know, set items, players, count, different things like that, and you kind of just go into it, and you could do like 10 matches a day, and you kind of build points, and that kind of gives it a little bit of a competitive aspect too, which is cool. The only thing with that is though, is I actually don't think you could do one-on-one for Glory Style, which is kind of disappointing because that's pretty much the #1 played thing on this game. So I don't know what they're thinking there. Maybe they'll add that in the future. We'll see. So at the end of the day, I do feel like this is a little bit more of a gimmick than something I'd invest a lot of time in, but it is a great addition to the game nonetheless. I mean, I'm glad to have it. Let me know down below what you guys think of tournament mode, and in case there's anything I missed or any kind of, you know, tricks, tips, whatever that you want to let me know, definitely leave that in the comments below. As always, guys, have a good one, and peace.